Hi everyone, welcome to Just Shop. It's my boutique here in the beautiful rural community in the Catskills. I'm Mercedes Gonzalez from Global Purchasing, and today I'd like to talk to you about Black Friday and how not to have a Black Friday event. As a matter of fact, I'm really excited to tell you that business is really good. It is incredible at the boutique business. And, we have been doing these Zoom calls with our members, and there have been moments that it was kind of frightening, and we still haven't gone over the big hump right around the time of elections that I feel it's going to get a little bit more aggressive as far as the virus kicking in its second wave. The election is making everybody just really antsy and a little bit crazy. And when they're antsy and a little bit crazy, we're anticipating the slowdown probably the last week in October to the second week in November. But then people are going to have this attitude of screw it, whatever happened, happened. Let's move on. Let's enjoy our holidays. And especially when it comes around the time of Thanksgiving. I personally have never been a fan of the timing of Small Business Saturday, which is usually left for us independent retailers, because it is the Saturday after Black Friday and after Thanksgiving. So everybody's fat and broke and nobody is shopping. So it is not the most important time of the year for you to have an event. I am really advocating this year doing it a week earlier, the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, which I believe is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and just do an event. Name it whatever you want. Name it, your day or a special day. Alibaba, who outsells every Black Friday retailer in the world, invented his own holiday called Singles Day. Even Amazon invented their own holiday called Prime Day. So let's invent our own kind of special weekend and really focus not so much on a race to the bottom when it comes to discounting, because we're never going to win that war. It's really about the service and the feeling and the atmosphere. And I feel like this year, it really is about feeling comfortable, feeling this nostalgic sense of community, feeling unified, and really bringing it home to retail. I cannot stress the importance of having an environment that is political free, virus free, and everything that you can imagine. You have to think of your store as the Disney World of retail. People come in, everything's rainbows and unicorns and sunshine. There is not a problem in the world when they come into your retail store. I am going to say that I feel like a lot of customers that may have not been attracted to the boutique environment. And we're getting this in my own store where people are saying, like, Mercedes, this is the first time I've been in a boutique in a very long time. I'm more of an online shopper, or I'm more of a department store shopper, or a brand shopper, meaning like a chain. And I'm pleasantly surprised at what I'm finding here. And it's really interesting because when you talk to people that are not boutique shop buyers, they had this really weird vision of like the owners being very aggressive, or everything being overpriced, or it's just very specific items to very small sizes, and it's not for them in one way or another. So giving them this sense of, welcoming and surprise that yes, we do carry a variety of sizes. Yes, we're not only just high price. We do have, opening price points and different, products that you may not find anywhere else, especially when you're a savvy buyer and not just buying like department store brands, which I want to talk a minute about the buying process. So this goes against everything that I've ever done, ever taught, or ever spoken about when it comes to open to buy. But right now, and I think for the next 6 months or so, at least 2 more seasons, I really want you to buy conservatively and on time. So it's really hard for me to say, do not buy your spring or do not buy your fall in advance, especially when we go back into market in February. But I really want you to buy immediates. And of course, when we're buying immediates, it becomes very hard because a lot of the vendors are going to run out of goods. So now if you had 3 sources that you went to get your cardigans from, you might have to have 6 or 7. buying really is a full-time job, but buying in real time, buying close to market, understanding what the consumer is feeling, what they're wanting, what is necessary, how we keep flipping and adding to our open to buys. Like, for example, did any one of you have a budget for masks? I have a tower of masks. We have sold 1,400 plus masks since, I would say, May. So who had a budget for that? This is the flexibility, and this is why the independent retailer is going to thrive and grow and become really. We were always important in the industry, and I've always said that we're the backbone of the industry, but now we have that clout and we have that purchasing power. So again, 3 months ago, I was recommending to our members, we have meetings every single week. And I said to them, cut back your buying, cut back at least 50% of your buying, because we're going to get 50% less traffic. That is no longer what I'm recommending. I'm saying now buy aggressively, have a full store, because the supply chain is also very fragmented and in some parts it's completely broken. Meaning that if the goods are not here today in the US, you're not going to get them. You're not going to get them, or they're going to take an extraordinary long time for you to get them. And, I also own a brand, Shop Proof of Concept, and I'm even having trouble getting my goods in on time and getting them to the quality that I want. So I want to talk to you about that for a second too, because you're going to see that a lot of the factories, a lot of the manufacturers are working at 25% capacity. So that means that if they were already late or already maxed out in their capacities, things are even slower coming to you and coming down the pipeline, just because the way that the industry is working right now, and because of this pandemic, which is not just isolated. Like, we forget that we live wherever we live, but it's a global pandemic that's affecting everything from food to textiles to even some of my own manufacturers are telling me that raw materials, nobody's in the cotton fields picking cotton. So that's going to have a long lasting effect in the supply chain. But going back to Black Friday and the lack of Black Friday, it really is about creating a fun atmosphere in your shop. And I really feel that it has to start early. So for example, here in my own store for Halloween, we've done these little goodie bags that I got on Oriental Trading, right? They cost nothing. And inside there's either a trick or a treat. So the treat is they have a small hand-folded $5 coupon, which is a nice treat. And the trick is, and it's kind of gross, but again, you could buy them online. They're like boogie jelly beans or like slime balls or whatever. So it's kind of funny, but I do fill them up with some nostalgic candies, which is part of the whole experience of shopping in a retail store. We've made something familiar, new, and fun. And that's what the environment that I want you to create in your stores too. So let's see, I'm just looking at my notes here. You're also going to notice that, let's see, I'm sorry about this. I spoke about more new people coming into stores, about having not sales, but having events. And even when we have an event, if you are going to do a big Black Friday, whatever you're naming it, event, we're going to have to do it where you schedule people to come into your store. So I came up with a formula that in the size of my store, 6 people can fit within a range where they're meeting the 6 feet distance requirement for social distancing. So I have outdoor seating, and I've added on some outdoor racks where people can shop in between. A lot of my other clients that have more of a mall environment or a smaller store, they're actually setting up different appointments so they can get like 10 people to come in at one time, 10 people to come in at another time, and so forth and so on, and rotating it. So it is about having that flexibility of a schedule, and it is really about continuing the customer service that we already started. And again, this is how we compete against online. This is the way that we compete against the big boxes and the department stores and the malls, where people are not really comfortable shopping yet. So we have so much opportunity to take advantage of when it comes to this. So plan your events, plan them early, get them out there, continue your customer service, which really means the curbside parking, the special hours, the friendly, safe environment that you have in your store, and just really going with that extra effort. If you could do drop off, if you could do free shipping, if you could also do free gift wrapping. And again, it really is about the ROI that you have in your margins and how you're buying, how you can determine that if it's something that you can offer. Because the idea is that we don't just want to give all these services away and also give away product by having these really, discounted sales. We want to make a profit. We're in business to make money, which, brings me to an early conversation where a lot of the retailers felt guilty about selling masks because they felt like, the essential workers don't have any and we should be giving them away. Yes, I don't disagree with that point of view, but at the end of the day, we are not running non-for-profits. We are running for-profit business. We still have to pay our taxes. We still have to pay our overheads. We still have to pay our rent. So if at the end of the day, we can run a profitable business, we are part of this community, part of our cities and towns, and then we could be profitable. So when it comes to Black Friday, plan an event the week traditionally before you would have these kinds of sales. And you're going to see that the department stores, they're already having Christmas sales and, Black Friday sales and, Amazon Prime Day. They're already really going into that sales niche market. But have events, have fun, have activities, have that moment of opportunity that nobody else is capitalizing on. And this sounds kind of funny, but I want to throw this in too. Enjoy what you're doing. Don't forget why you started your business. It wasn't just to sell dresses. It really was to have this moment of empowerment for you, for your family, and for your community. So I'm Mercedes. You could visit me on Twitter and on Instagram and Facebook, Mercedes GPC. And of course, we're always available for any questions if you just send me a direct message. And I'll see you when we talk about Christmas.